Hi, I'm Firefighter Ray, and today we are at the Big Chili Cookoff in West Sayville, New York. We got 10 teams cooking. We are gonna have a great time. We even have a team from Firehouse Kitchen and my hometown Bayport Fire Department, and that's my chili that I made. It is pretty good. So let's get ready to cook on this episode of Firehouse Kitchen. All right, as I said before, we are at the Big Chili Cookoff for the Islip Town Museum. I am standing with George Stout, and George is cooking for the Firehouse Kitchen team. Now, I brought in a ringer, all right? Now, you're making a chili that has won millions and millions of dollars in events.
We have a lot of accolades for the product.
And I see it looks very delicious. We have loads of bees. All the bees love our chili. So as long as we don't get stung, we're gonna be good. Tell me about the chili that we're making today.
Well, it's a 2-meat, 3-bean chili.
Okay.
And I'm trying to keep the 3rd meat out of it.
All right.
But we're doing it up. First thing we're gonna do, it's made from beef and pork.
Okay.
Both individually seasoned. Then we have red kidney beans, white kidney beans or cannelli beans, and the 3rd item is going to be black beans. Then, of course, we add tomatoes and onions.
Is that where we get the name from?
Pretty much.
It's called our 3-bean.
2-meat, 3-bean chili.
2-meat, 3-bean chili. All right, so let's get started. What are we doing first?
First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put about 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil into our cooker.
All right.
Liberal amount.
I like this cooker. This
Yes.
is very, very cool for our Big Chili Cook-Off. Now, is this going to be the winning chili, you think, today?
Well, I don't know. We're going to see what the judges have to say and the people in general.
Because the Islip Town Town Marshals have been challenging us to who's going to have the better chili. They won last year, and their chili last year was to die for. It was really, really good.
First item we're going to be putting in is the ground chuck. It's 80-20.
All right, so get the meat in there, very nice. I'll poke this around. So we got to get this sauteing, right? All right,
now brown.
Now George is very nervous from the bees. George is allergic to bees, so he's like the bee fighter right now. Now, George, tell me about this chili. Why is it so?
I first came up with this recipe for the chili about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And tried it at the firehouse, and the guys loved it. So I've been doing it ever since. Basically, it uses, the process is the beef is browned by itself.
Okay.
The pork is browned by itself.
Pork is browned
by
itself?
The pork is seasoned with my dry rub spice. The beef is just garlic, black pepper, paprika, dark chili powder.
The works.
The works.
All right.
Once that's done, and the beef is browned, which...
So we got a few more minutes.
Yeah, it looks pretty brown.
It's looking pretty good?
The whole thing is the history of chili. Chili is really doesn't have meat in it. That's something that was created by the United States. Chili in Mexico, and where I first had my taste of chili, is nothing more than chili peppers. And it's
very nice.
Cooked for hours. Literally.
Hence the name chili.
Chili. There you go. And I got to tell you, it can be made fire engine hot or very mild and flavorful.
I like a mild chili. I'm not a spicy kind of guy. But you are like the king of spices. I remember that rub you used on that pork lion.
Pork loin? Yeah.
I called it the lion because it was huge. But
that's the same spice that goes into the pork that's in the
chili. Yes. My wife loves that. My wife loves that rub. She puts it on steaks. Yep. She puts it on everything.
Put it on anything.
All right, we still have a few minutes, I think, here, George. We got a big chunk. So why don't we do this? Why don't we go to a safety tip, and then we'll see how we do, and then we'll come back and we'll put the rest of the ingredients in our chili.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Firefighter Ray, and today's safety tip is don't drink and drive. I found this great service called Late Night Chauffeurs, and it's unbelievable. I'm gonna have John tell you about it. John, tell us about Late Night Chauffeurs.
Late Night Chauffeurs is a designated driving service. We get in your car and drive you and your car home, whether it be at a bar, wedding, corporate event. Anywhere you go out to drink, we'll drive you home from there.
Now, so if I'm out and I'm having a good time at a party, I drove there, I got a little too much in me, I call you guys come pick me and my car up, take me home.
Absolutely.
Now, what if I'm hungry? I know a lot of times late night if I'm out, I like to get a burrito, maybe a hamburger. Rob, can I stop and get something?
Certainly.
Certainly. My goodness, this sounds like the greatest thing. Late Night Chauffeurs. How do I find out about Late Night Chauffeurs?
You can find us online, www.lncli.com, or you can give us a call at 631-601-7503.
This is a very, very cool thing. Late Night Chauffeurs. Remember, today's safety tip is don't drink and drive. And these tips?
Save lives!
All right, guys. Rob, thank you for coming.
Hey.
You guys do a great service.
Thank you very much.
All right, and let's get back to the chili cook-off. All right, we are back. Now, George is a little mad at me because he has his little order that he throws everything in. I already threw the red beans in. Sorry,
It's
George.
okay, that's all right.
All right, so red beans are in.
Red beans are in.
What's next?
It takes about 5 minutes, give or take 5 minutes to let everything come back up to temperature.
Okay.
So that the juices that are in the red beans are incorporated and they both meld together.
So we want the
you remember
meat
that, Tim?
and
that
the
term.
beans to meld. The melding
of the beans.
meat and the beans. Okay, what's next?
The next item that goes in is the red bell peppers.
Red bell peppers. So these bad boys right here.
Yep.
And we're gonna start the melding process of the melding of the beans, the meat, and the peppers. Okay.
Give it a good stir. We wait for another 5 to 10 minutes.
All right.
And for the camera, we're just gonna do this rather
We'll just do
quickly.
it fast.
Yeah.
All right.
Green bell
Green
peppers.
So we're getting a
is
very colorful meld.
very
here.
colorful.
We've got green and we've got red.
And usually at that point, I'll add the onions, sweet Vidalia onions. That adds the sweetness to it. Use the Spanish onions. It's going to make it a little sharper.
Onions.
But it's all according to your taste.
I love onions. Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Then, once that's set for a little bit, 5, 10 minutes, we're going to
Okay.
add the tomatoes. Diced red tomatoes.
Diced red tomatoes. Beautiful. We're gonna put 2 cans in. Now this is for how many people?
This will feed about 8 to 12 people.
8 to 12 people. Just to let you know, we're making 10 gallons today for this big chili cook-off for the Islip Town Museum. And remember, if you want to join this chili cook-off next year, go to the Islip Town Museum, isliptownfiremuseum.com, and you guys can join this chili cook-off. But you got to be a fireman. It's the only problem. Actually, it's a good thing, because firemen are such good cooks. All right.
Next item we're going to add is going to be the white kidney beans or cannelli beans.
All right, white cannelli beans. Beautiful.
Good. And again, you let it sit for a few minutes.
Beauty.
Long enough.
That's good.
Black beans.
Black beans, and we put the juice in there for
Black
the flavor,
beans
right?
with the juices.
Black beans with the juice.
Because by the time you let this thing come to full potential, you're going to let it cook for good 2 or 3 hours.
Hold on, I have to say, when it comes to its capital melding.
Capital melding?
When the melding
Okay, you got a new
process
term, all
has
right.
melded,
You got a new term.
and the melding is complete, we have
Good.
I'm gonna use that word like 10 times today when I'm walking around.
Okay,
Now, just to let you know, George, Bayport Engine Company has a chili in it today.
you think?
And I cooked that chili with this guy, Rob Castelletti and Kevin Collins.
You
They
can
were-
cook?
You know what? They make jokes on the show that, I really know nothing about. I cooked for the New York City Fire Department for 10 years. And,
Most of them are still
but you know
alive.
what? They gave me a nickname this morning, and my wife calls me it too, is I'm making the chili and I'm getting everything all over the place. And my new nickname is Pigpen.
There you go.
I got stuff all over the stove, I got stuff on the floor, I got stuff on the table. All right.
Yeah,
Now,
Ray?
this is looking good, but hold on. I think
You missed 4 beans.
I missed 4 beans. I think Bayport's going to win this, Mr.
Yeah,
George.
yeah, sure.
We'll see. All right.
I've heard worse.
It's a $1,000 first prize.
Yep.
Second prize is a $200 gift certificate to the Resorts World Restaurants, Genting Palace, RW Prime. I'm talking steaks like you wouldn't believe. And third place, there is a little jewelry store called Rennie Dumang Jewelry in East Islip, and it's a $150 gift certificate to Rennie Dumang Jewelry.
Nice.
So there is a lot at stake at this big chili cook-off for the Islip Town Fire Museum.
There's a lot of chili.
There's a lot of chili. We got over 100 gallons of chili here today. All right, so let's talk spices.
At this point, we now start adding the spices.
All right.
First item we're going to put in there is garlic. And I use either granulated garlic or diced fresh garlic.
It's a nice amount of garlic.
It's about 2-3 tablespoons.
Very nice. You can get this recipe on firehousekitchenshow.com.
Dark chili powder. We're going to add just a little bit more, usually about 4 tablespoons.
That is very nice.
Mix that in there.
Oof. Give it a little color. Everything is melding nicely.
Melding. Ooh. And now we're going to put some paprika. That's about 2 to 3 tablespoons.
All right, 2 to 3 tablespoons. All right. All right, George, I don't know. This is looking pretty delicious. This might be beating the Bayport.
Yeah, we'll see. And last but not least, well, really, yes, that's all he's doing. Butcher cracked black pepper. About 3 tablespoons of that.
Well, there's a reason why I picked George for the Firehouse Kitchen. George is the fireman who's been on the show the most out of any fireman I've ever had. He's been on Firehouse Kitchen 3 times?
3.
3 times. Unbelievable. Keep going back to him. Blue
And
Point's best.
Last but not least, bay leaves. You remember about bay leaves?
Talk to me about bay leaves.
We did it when we were doing the clam chowder, the first episode.
Refresh my memory.
2 or 3 bay leaves, large bay leaves. Put them in early. They're dried.
Okay.
You really can't use fresh ones.
Now that's all you're gonna use is 2
That's
bay
all.
leaves?
2 bay leaves, 3 bay leaves. Let it sit in there. They moisten up and release all of the oils, which then enhance the flavor.
Now, I know a lot of recipes that I've done on Firehouse Kitchen, they take the bay leaves out at the end.
Bay leaves, we leave them in. You know, you want to take them out, but it's always good. It's not going to hurt anything.
Extra one in there?
Yeah, and it's kind of like a surprise. You know, you're eating chili and your mouth is on fire, and you just sit there and go, wow, it's a bay leaf.
Oh, I taste the bay. Very nice. All right, good.
And
okay.
The last items that I'm going to be putting in, I'm going to dice up a couple of jalapeno peppers real quick.
Okay.
And then we add the...
And then we add the pork. So jalapenos first?
Yeah.
So let's cut up some jalapenos.
The last item we put in there is the pork.
I love it.
Ready?
Nice long slice.
It's a little bit thicker than a julienne.
Now, how I put these in my chili is I cut them like quarters, and I left the seeds.
That's why it's...
Is that why it's really spicy?
That's why it's really spicy. When you're dealing with jalapenos... When you're dealing with jalapenos, the hardest part, the taste and everything is in the flesh, which is around the outside of the pepper. What you end up having is the center or the core, where it's white. That's where the capsaicin is, the heat. So you really don't want too much heat in there. We leave a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Just to give it a touch. So you really taste it.
Wow, that's a big difference. Holy cow.
You're going to taste the pepper more than you're going to feel the pepper.
You know, this morning, we were making the Bayport one, and all the guys were in the kitchen. I took a bite out of a jalapeno. I couldn't...
couldn't talk.
Must have drank like 2 gallons of water.
And the water won't help.
The water didn't help. You need milk, right?
That's it. You got to have milk.
Well, luckily, there was a beer close by.
Or a beer. Okay.
All right.
Then we're going to add the jalapeno peppers. It's open.
All right. And you can see my big part in this is I just stir the chili. That's all they ever have me do. Go for
it. Okay. We let that sit for about another 5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes.
Come off, and the last item we put in is the flavor. You want to taste that first?
I do want to taste that.
Give it a
You know
shot.
what?
Give me a second. Let me get a
I got
spoon.
a knife. Here we go. Don't worry, it's fine. I mean, we make things work.
Dump it in.
Delicious. All right. About a pint of water in the chili. Okay. So let's get some water. Beautiful.
Beats hose water.
Now that'll bring the spiciness down also, right?
Absolutely. The more fluids you have in there,
The more fluid we got
the more
in.
fluids you have in, the greater the chance of it all coming,
I'll
melding
tell you,
together
I'm
nicely.
smelling it. It smells good, man. All right.
Pretty much done. You're gonna let it sit for about 2 or 3 hours. A lot of people like to add horseradish or other condiments to it to let it cook into it. And today we just happen to have Murph's Hot and Spicy Bloody Mary mix.
Oh, Murph's is one of our sponsors at this event. And I don't know if you've ever had a Murph's Bloody Mary.
They're
love
good.
Murph's
They
Bloody
are
Mary.
very good.
And you gotta love the Murph.
And even the bees like it.
I'm gonna introduce you guys to the Murph later on in the show. And there's nothing
So-
like a little Murph. Now, how much for this?
I would say maybe about 2 shot glasses worth of.
Oh, very nice.
sauce
Just bring the
in there.
spice up. Very nice.
Bring it up to a little bit,
Very cool.
and you're in business.
All right. Now we're gonna put this in a bowl. I'll taste it, and we'll be right back. All right, let's taste. All right, let's see what we got here.
Finished product, we put a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese on it. We put some fresh diced sweet onions,
Good.
and go for it.
You know what I love? I hear the ambulance backing up in the background.
Just in case.
Hopefully I don't need the ambulance after I taste this.
Just in case.
Oop. I'll spit it all over the table while I do.
Mhm.
Wow. Ooh, it's got a little kick. Wow, Georgie boy.
Stir it up a little.
Oh, man.
Get the cheese to melt. You want it all mixing together.
George,
Let me get a spoon.
this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Very good. Uh-oh. We have a run for our money. I think the Islip Town Fire Marshals is shivering right now in their pants because this could definitely, I think, might take the winning trophy. You can find this recipe on firehouse.kitchenshow.com. A lot of these recipes I'm going to try to have up on firehouse.kitchenshow.com. And George, thank you for coming on Firehouse Kitchen again.
You're welcome. We'll
This is
get
going to be a
set up for
great
everybody
day.
else.
We're here in West Sayville at the Islip Town Fire Museum's Big Chili Cook-Off. We have it every year. All right, let's go enjoy the day, and let's taste some more chili. I am here at the Big Chili Cook-Off with the Murph. What's up, Murph?
What's up, Ray? How are you?
Murph's Bloody Mary Mix is a very big sponsor of the Big Chili Cook-Off. You guys send a lot of money to the Islip Town Fire Museum, and I wanted to get you guys on camera. I wanted to show off your product because it is a great product. And I'm trying to hook them for next season, Firehouse Kitchen, to be a sponsor, so we'll see if we get them. But Murph's Bloody Mary Mix, tell me about the Murphs.
Murph's Bloody Mary Mix. We started in 2007. It's a kitchen table product grassroots company. Started in my kitchen. We're now in 26 states. We are all natural. We have no preservatives. I have 2 brands. I have a regular and I have a hot and spicy. We introduced this to the marketplace in August of 2013. This
Very
brand
nice.
is taking off. This brand has already taken off, and we're doing very well.
Just to let everyone know, when I first got here, I actually twisted my ankle. You might see me hobbling around when I was setting up the equipment. I had a couple Murphs, and I feel fine right now. And I know we're putting a little Georgie in there.
Yes.
So a little Georgie and Murphs.
One of our co-sponsors.
Perfect marriage. I love it.
Yep.
So, Murph, where can I get Murphs? Where can I find out about Murphs?
Well, the website, www.murphsfamous.com. You can go there no matter where you're on the country. We're in 26 states distributed, so there's probably a convenient place near you where you can get Murphs. Also, you can order off the website. We are a Long Island-based company, so obviously in the Northeast we're more concentrated than we are in other states.
Awesome. And you see I have my Murphs shirt on. I party with the Murph. So, Murph, thank you so much for supporting the Islip Town Fire Museum and for coming down to this Big Chili Cook-Off. All right, I have found the winners of last year's Chili Cook-Off. Firefighter, or I should say Fire Marshal Carl, the Islip Town Fire Marshals won last year with this chili.
This chili, we are the defending champions. We are the team to beat.
Now, what is so special about this chili?
Well, it's all meat. There's no chop meat. There's 3 different meats. We put over 30 pounds of meat that we minced and diced into 8 gallons of chili. It's pork, veal, and chicken. all hand done, and all the vegetables are straight from my garden, fresh from my garden, picked yesterday. Yellow tomatoes, red tomatoes, the combination of the two. And then I use what's called a Hinkelharz pepper, which is a hot pepper that's very hard to find. It actually means chicken heart in German. Pennsylvania Dutch pepper that I grow myself.
Awesome.
And they're in there. And some other peppers that I grow are in there also, and it's all.
This is the most
homegrown.
knowledgeable chili I've heard so far. And I gotta give it a taste.
Right?
All right, here we go.
Give it a shot.
You know, I remember from last year.
You're gonna love it.
Uh-oh.
That's an award-winning chili right there.
Firehouse Kitchen might be in trouble. But I don't know about the Bayport Fire Department, the one that I made. That one might be winning. Fire Marshal Carl, thank you so much for being
Thanks
here.
for having us. We love being here.
Thank you for supporting the Islip Fire Museum.
Our pleasure.
And I'm gonna get back to tasting some more chili. And I don't know if I'm gonna taste any quite as good as this. Oh baby, here I am with the Bayport Fire Department. The Bayport Fire Department's chili that I helped make. Oh, I think it's a winner. I think it's a winner. I can't take all the credit myself, even though I helped. We have firefighter Kevin Collins, firefighter Tucker Farrell. We had Rob Castelletti, firefighter. We had Steve Frazak. We had Eric Erickson help us all make this chili. And I don't know, guys, what do you think? You think we're gonna win it?
I think it's the best. I think it's a winner.
All right, well, we will see what the judges say. All right, let's go taste some more chili. All right, I'm with Sayville right now. Sayville is the neighboring town to West Sayville, of course, where this great chili cook-off is hosted. And there's a buzz going around the cook-off about a pumpkin chili. And when I thought pumpkin, I thought of firefighter John Sadowski. John, what made you think of putting pumpkin in your chili?
It's fall, pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin ale. It's everywhere. Why not go for pumpkin for the chili?
Why not go for pumpkin chili? Should I give it a taste?
Go for it.
Do I get a little nutmeg on top?
It with nutmeg to get a little of those pumpkin notes out.
All right. And now I'm gonna taste some pumpkin chili. All right. Wow, it's not spicy at all.
Got a good kick.
It's like a refreshing. Wow, that's really good.
A little heat at the end finishes it off.
Yeah, it comes in like little levels in how I'm tasting it. Wow, it's different, but it's delicious, delicious.
Trophy right in front of you.
This is overall. These are judges.
These are the judges that they did. Third place.
He's opening the envelope now.
Third place, Kings Park. Second place, again by the judges.
Miss Peru. The Georgie girls. They were first place.
Second place goes to Savo. And the first place this year ready? Bayport.
To find out more about Firehouse Kitchen, go to firehousekitchenshow.com, or to be part of this big chili cook-off, go to the Islip Firefighter Museum.com.